guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a declutter video. I think I'm going to break it up into three. The first one we're going to do today is just what's here on top in the clear containers I have, and then we'll do a second one with more of the larger palettes and things I have on my vanity, and then the last one I think we'll do like skincare, hair care, body care type of deal. And as always in my declutter videos, I do a giveaway at the end, so stay tuned for that. I'll try to get these uploaded weekly, so they'll be spread out over the next 3 weeks, and we'll have some nice things for you guys to enter to possibly win. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I think what I'll do first is just go into the first drawer here. And the first thing I have is a Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting palette. I haven't even used this yet. Here's what it looks like, and I do want to hang on to that because I want to use it. It's to get more into cream products. And I do have 2 boxes here to the sides, guys. One is going to be for used items to give away to family and friends, and the other is a giveaway box for new items for you all. And we have by Wet n Wild their Precious Petals highlight. I hang on to that. Blush by Jordana. This is really old. I think this is one of the first blushes I bought. So that one I'm actually going to toss. Things that are really old I'm just going to go ahead and throw away. By Artist Couture, I have one of their Diamond Glow powders in Purple Dream. Hang on to that. And I have by Becca their Prosecco Pop highlight. And I hang on to that. And by Ofra, have their Everglow highlight. Keep that one. By Ciate, we have a Glow 2 highlighter. It's like in a single pan like this. I need to get me a magnetic palette to put things like that in, but I will hang on to it. By Pretty Vulgar, I have their blush in Bronze to Be. Keeping that. And by Steve Laurent, we have a blush in I'm Blushing. There's the package. And there's the shade. I think I'll keep that because I don't have many darker blushes. By Catrice, I have their Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette. That's another one that's pretty old. I'll toss that one too. And then by Note Cosmetics, I have their blush in Desert Rose, number 5. I'm gonna hang on to that one. We have by e.l.f. a jelly highlighter. This one's in Bubbly. That's what it looks like inside. I think I'll hang on to that just because I don't have any other product like it. By Gigi Gorgeous, I have the 6 Sculpt Bronzer Duo in Turnt and Extra. I'll hang on to that. By KVD Beauty, I have the blush in Lolita. I think I'll give that to a friend or family member. Then I have a blush duo in Papaya Don't Preach by the Beauty Crop. And that's cream. I think I'll give that to a friend or family member too. I have by Space Case Cosmetics a highlighter in Scene from Space 1C. I'm gonna hang on to that one. And then I have by Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Feisty. Hang on to that. And I have by Pretty Vulgar a blush in Make Them Blush. Says it's an 18-hour blush. And I do enjoy this one, so I'm going to hang on to it. Then we have by Ofra and Madison Miller. It's a blush and highlight palette. And I do get quite a bit of use out of that, so I'm going to hang on to it. By ColourPop, I have one of their Super Shock Cheek Shadow highlighters, actually, in Lunch Money. Wow, I'm surprised it's still creamy. had that one for quite a while, but it doesn't smell or look funny, so I think I'll hang on to it. A Betty Boot blush in You're a Peach, all dolled up in Heartbreaker. I think we got this in like a Ipsy bag. Haven't gotten much use out of it yet, but those colors are up my alley, so I'll hang on to it. Then I have by Wet n Wild their Mega Glow Highlighting Bar in Earth. I think I'm going to give that to a friend or family member. I just don't get much use out of it. Then I have their e.l.f. their Cool Bronzer Palette. I'll give that away to a friend or family member. And I have the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I hang on to that. It's a really nice, more natural highlight. Then by Laura Geller New York, I have their Baked Blush and Brighten in Tropic Hues. And I hang on to that. Pixie by Petra, I have a Beauty Blush Duo in Peach Honey. And I hang on to that as well. I have by Cover Effects their Glitter Drops in the shade Nova. Hang on to that. Then by Jolie Cosmetics, I have a highlighting stick, which I haven't used yet, and I don't think I will. It's brand new. Just got it not too long ago, so I'm going to actually stick that in the giveaway. By Maybelline, their Master Strobing Liquid in 100 Light. Let's see what this looks like now. Formula still seems okay, so I think I'll hold on to it. That may come in handy for the whole dolphin skin look that's going on now. Also this may. The Beauty Crop Glow Milk. I'll hang on to that to give that new trend a try. I can't really make out the name because of the wrapping on it, but I'm going to stick that in the giveaway since it's brand new and I haven't even used it. I have a e.l.f. Shimmering Facial Whip. I think that's really old. I'm going to throw that away. Then a What's Up by Benefit. This is also a stick highlight. I don't think I'll use it. I'm going to give it to a friend or family member. This little mini Becca Champagne Pop. I'm going to hang on to that one. I have an e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder. I think I'll give that to a friend or family member. I have this Awesome Metals Foil Finish by Makeup Revolution. I don't know how that got in there. It's more of an eyeshadow, but I'm going to give that to a friend or family member too. I have a Wet n Wild Contouring Palette. I'm going to keep that one. Then I have a Natasha Denona highlighter in All Over Glow. It's for your face and body. I'm going to keep that one. Then by The Balm, I have Girl Powder Cheeks on the Go. Really cute palette. I hang on to that one. Then by Kenya Ontiveros Beauty, I have a Blush and Shine kit. I've never used this one. It's brand new, so I'm going to stick that in the giveaway. I have by The Real Her Be Fearless, Be Limitless Blush Kit. Again, these are more shimmery blushes, so I'm going to give that to a friend or family member. I have tried it, but I didn't really care for it. By Pure Cosmetics, I have a Bronze and Brighten. That's what that looks like, and I'm going to hang on to that. So that's one drawer down, guys. I'm going to clean out this drawer and put everything back neatly, and we'll move on to the next drawer. Alright, so now we're going down to the drawer below, which is like foundations and primers. I know a lot of these are probably old. So yeah, as you can see, this is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear, and it's old, it's settling. trash. Yeah, Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie. I think that one's still okay. I'm gonna hang on to that one. The YSL All Hours Foundation. Hang on to that one. And the Nyx Can't Stop Won't Stop. I'll hang on to that. The Rimmel Lasting Finish Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Foundation. I think I'll give this one to a friend or family member. I didn't care for it on my skin, but it may work good for them. And the same goes with the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. I'm going to give that away. The Sephora 24-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. I think I'll give that away too. Same goes for the LA Girl Pro Matte. It's just too drying for me. And the HD Liquid Coverage by Catrice. I think I'll throw that one out. It doesn't look good either. I have like some samples and things back here. Pure Lease BB Cream. It's in medium. I've never used it. I'm going to stick that in the giveaway too. And this Bye Bye Foundation by It Cosmetics. I'm sure it's old. I'm going to toss it. I have Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour. I'm going to hang on to this. It's actually one of my favorite foundations. I kind of forgot about it. And I have these little sample foundations. I'm going to just toss those. I have the Color Stay Full Cover by Revlon. I'm sure this is old. I did enjoy it though. Then we have the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation by Makeup Revolution. I'm going to give that one to a family member. By Bella Pierre, have their Pro Concealer Palette. It's more like a color correcting palette. I don't use it. I don't like the texture of it. I'm going to toss it. So I have two Born This Way foundations. One for my paler days, one for my tanner days. I'm going to keep those. And I have a Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I'm going to hang on to that. And by Milk Makeup, I have their Blur Stick. Hang on to that. I have this Wet n Wild foundation. It's old. I'm going to toss it. By Barsali, I have their Liquid Glass Primer. I haven't tried this yet really, so I'm going to keep it. Then I have by Tarte their Timeless Smoothing Primer Base. I really love this one, so it's not going anywhere. Then I have another favorite foundation of mine in my tan and white shades, as you can see. I have the pale and the tan, keeping those. It's the Tarte Base Tapes. Then I have a sample of the Milk Hydro Grip Primer I haven't tried yet. Keep that. This is another of my favorite foundations. I have the paler shade on my vanity because it's the one I use all the time. This is my summer shade. Keeping that. I have by Number 7 their Lift and Illuminate Foundation. I think we're going to give that to a friend or family member. I don't use it. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation in my summer shade. I'm going to keep that. We have the Professional Hydrating Primer. Keeping that one. We have Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. Keeping that one. We have some sample primers. I think for the samples, I'm going to give those away. We have Smashbox, Makeup Forever, Coola, the Too Faced Cooling Matte Skin Primer. I'm going to keep that one. It's their Peach Perfect collection. Then by Wet n Wild, I have their Dewy Luminous Primer. Keep that one. Too Faced Hangover RX. Keep that one. Cover Effects Blurring Primer. I'll keep that one. Oh, then we have another It Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. I think I'll give that to a friend or family member. I don't really use it. And then one of my favorites is the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. So I'm going to keep that. And I'm going to clean this one out, put everything back just like the other, and then we'll move on over to the other two. Now we're moving to this side where at the top I have like smaller eyeshadow palettes. We're going to start there. First one I have is by Dominique Cosmetics. Doesn't have the name of the palette on it. I think it was something Sweater Weather, I think, maybe. But it's very pretty. I'm going to keep that one. Then we have by Pure their Soiree Diaries. a nice neutral palette. I think I'll keep that one. I have an OG Morphe by Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. I think I'll keep that. I just really like keeping the YouTuber palettes. And then by Crown Brushes, have this palette here. I think I'm going to give that to a friend or family member. Forgot the name of it and it's not on there. Then by Laura Lee Los Angeles, we have Party Animal. I'm going to keep that. By Wonder Beauty, the Wondrous Seascape palette. I'm going to give that one away to a friend or family member. By Violet Voss, I have this little palette. I love the coral peach color, so I'm going to keep that. By Fenty Beauty, have their palette in Moroccan Spice. It's really cool too. Keep that. I love Rihanna, so I would never give that away. Then I have by Manny MUA the palette he had with Makeup Geek. Sure, it's old, but I'm going to keep it. Those are colors, their Baked Browns palette. It's another one I really enjoy, so I'm going to keep. By Crown Brushes, I have this Glam Metals palette. I'm going to keep that. By Colored Rain, this one is called Vineyard Soiree. I'm going to give that to a friend or family member. And then Morphe Jaclyn Hill. I have the palette in Bling Boss. I'm going to keep that one. By Alamar Cosmetics, have their Reina del Caribe. I may not be saying the name just right. I'm going to keep that one. By Pure, have their Festival palette. Really cool packaging. I reckon I'll hang on to that one. Then by Ace Beauty, their Grandiose palette. I'm going to keep that one. Then I have the BoxyCharm Pure palette. I think this was the first one they came out with. I'm going to give that to a friend or family member. And then I have this new palette to me by Belle in Argent and Plum Premonition. I haven't used it yet, but I am going to keep it because it looks really pretty. Morphe, I have their eyeshadow palette in Nightmaster 15N. This one I think I'll give away to a friend or family member. I just have way too much. Then by Huda Beauty, their Mauve Obsessions palette. I'm going to hang on to that one. And back here we have an e.l.f. Prism eyeshadow palette in Sunset. Here's what that looks like. I think I'll give that to a friend or family member. I have these Wet n Wild palettes. I think I'll give those to a friend or family member. I have two of those. So I have that one and this one. Then I have these three Wet n Wild palettes. I'll keep those in case I need them for like a drugstore look. They do work really well. Another one of those e.l.f. Prism palettes. This one's in Naked. I think I'll give that to a friend or family member too. And I have a lot of these little loose eyeshadows. I'm going to give those away. I don't use them, so I have these old school NYC and LA Colors eyeshadow I don't use anymore. They were good back in the day, but I have this blue palette. I think I'm going to keep it just because of the colors in there. I don't have some of those by Wet n Wild. And this is an eyeshadow palette by Smashbox that has three little neutral colors. I'm going to give that away. Same with this triple eyeshadow palette by Model Co. I have these ColourPop Super Shocks. Oh, it's still coming off, but it's really dry. This one was in Birthday Boy. Toss that. It's really cool. this Duo by Pixie by Petra. That's really old. I'm going to toss it. So third drawer down, I'm going to wipe it out and we'll move on to the last one. Guys, now we're on to the last drawer in this set of 4 we're going to do today. And here we have like some more concealers, powders. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's like concealers and powders. So the first thing that I have is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Concealer. I'm going to keep that. Have the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I didn't care for this. I'm going to give it to a friend or family member. We have an Airspun powder. I'm going to keep that. This one I haven't even tried yet. I need to try it. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Fresh Setting Powder. Ooh, I just spilt it, but it has this where it's like fresh powder every time. But I haven't actually used it yet. I have by Flower Beauty their Full Coverage Light Illusion Concealer. I'm sure this is old. Throw it away. Jeffree Star Concealer. I guess I'll hang on to it. My go-to concealer is the Boing Cakeless Concealer. Definitely keeping that. I have this $1 Billion Brows Brow Duo Pencil Concealer and Highlighter. I'm going to give that to a friend or family member. I have these 2 LA Girl Pro Concealers. I think I got for like contouring. I only used them once or twice. I'm going to keep. By Tristique, it's a Conceal and Cover Crayon. I haven't used it, but I guess I'll keep it. By Pretty Vulgar, their Undercover Concealer. So I'll hang on to that one. Then the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer. I think I'll hang on to that one. Bye Bye Breakout by It Cosmetics. I'm going to keep that one. And I have a e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer that made its way in there. Keep that. Also, the Morphe Filter Effect Foundation made its way in there. Then I have the Wet n Wild Dual-Ended Contour Stick. Keep that just because I don't have many. NYX HD Concealer. Sure, that's old. Going in the trash. Master Conceal by Maybelline. That's another old one. In the trash. Neutrogena, their Healthy Skin Brightening Eye Perfector. I know that's really old. Going in the trash. Same with Clinique Concealer. So old. Going in the trash. Have a It Cosmetics Bye Bye Concealer sample. I'm going to keep. And also a Bye Bye Under Eye. I'll keep. Pencil sharpener. Patrice Camouflage Cream. Color corrector. Oh, I think I forgot all about it. I'll keep it. Not dried out yet, so. I have the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer in a darker shade and a sample or travel size. I'm going to keep that one. Oh, I forgot all about this. This is the Glam Glow, their new primer. It's Super Mattify 6 Acid Clarifying Primer. I haven't used it yet, but I am going to keep it. I thought it would be cool for the summer months. We have a Jeffree Star Setting Powder in Fair. I'm going to give that to a friend or family member. Then with my favorite powder, Cover FX Setting Powder. I have a couple of those. I'm going to keep it. And Clinique Foundation Powders. Just in case I need them. I don't really use them, but I'll keep them. Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin. I'll keep. Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder. Keep. What's this? Ciate Watermelon Burst Setting Powder. I don't think I've even tried this one, so I'm going to keep that. Well, something broke. That would be this guy. I'm going to toss it. I have 2 L'Oreal Infallible Pro Mattes, but they're old. So. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the wrong place, but I will keep it. Wet n Wild Coverall Powder. Old. Come in the trash. A NYX blush for contour. I used to use this. I haven't used it in a while, but I'll keep it just in case. And that can go where the bronzers are. This is a MAC powder sample in NC30. I'm gonna hang on to it. It's their Studio Fix powder. Then by Manna Kadar, their Step 2 Flawless Finish Dual Powder. And I'll hang on to that. We have a Maybelline Fit Me in Fair Light. I'm gonna keep that. Ben Nye Banana Powder. It's really old. I'm gonna toss it. And we have a Palladio, their rice powder. I haven't used that in a long time, but I used to love it. I'm gonna hang on to it and give it a go. Then another Manna Kadar powder. This one's the HD Perfecting powder. Keep. And then a mini Laura Mercier powder. I'll keep. And that's all, guys, for video 1. I think next time I'll do the smaller clear containers, which have mainly like lip products in them, and then my big palettes. So if you enjoyed the video and you're excited for the giveaway, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. That will be one of the requirements of the giveaway at the end. And I will keep these coming to you till we're all done and we get that giveaway at video 3. So make sure you stay tuned, guys. Turn on your notifications. Make sure they're on all and not just personalized, so you're notified when each of these giveaway videos drop. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.